Yeah, and for the very first time, I get to say good evening, y'all. I've never dropped a good evening, y'all, but I like it. We got the nighttime lights on. The sets are all lit up with the in the studios here. I got Creative Tony down the peninsula. You got Paulie Mac up here in the North Bay. And it's funny. Creative Tony and I have been we've already been like connected on the stream for a while, and we've been watching the Warrior game together. I almost feel like, Tony, maybe we should start the stream like 5 minutes early next time so they can see us stressed out watching a Warrior game, because watching a Warrior game now has become an extremely stressful endeavor, buddy. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. And yeah, same thing. They were up by like 20 at half.
I think it
was 55-32 at half.
They were running them off the floor in the first half.
Dude, and now it's 108-103 with 2 minutes, 2:23 left, two in the fourth. And I mean, come on. And wondering about Draymond's illnesses. I hope he's okay. What a interesting season it's been for the Dubs, man.
So frustrating, isn't it?
Yes.
So freaking frustrating. And I really like it, like you and me and the rest of the Warrior fans in the Bay Area, hell, nationwide, globally. Warriors are a global brand.
Right.
I think people are feeling so much frustration on behalf of Steph Curry.
Yes.
Like, Steph goes out there and does a lot of heavy lifting. He does whatever he can. But it's often it's not enough these days. I mean, he needs someone to help him, a complimentary scorer. And
may I quote your wonderful former co-host Brian Murphy, because when we talked about this the other day, and he did this. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4 rings. He goes, because I wasn't complaining. I was just saying that time was wasting away for Curry, and he was saying yes, he agreed, but that it's been an embarrassment of riches in recent history. So we can't, it's kind of like when the Giants won in 2010. I'll never, because indulge me for a second.
Yeah, sure, man.
In 2002, when the Giants lost, I was watching it with my dad and my mom and dad, and down at their house. And my dad looked at me and he goes, "Oh, it's just not going to happen in my lifetime. The Giants are just not going to win a World Series in my lifetime."
It felt like that at that point. It really did. Yeah,
totally. And
then
you
had 87, you had 89. And then you had a couple of playoff appearances in the late 90s too. I think they went in 97. They went in 99. Did they go in? Lost to the Mets, or was that 98? I forget. In any case, they had a few playoff runs in the 90s, but you're right. Yes. After the 0-2 loss, it was like, this is our lot in life. Being a Giant fan means getting your heart broken. That's right.
Was it 2000? I think it might have been 2000 against the Mets.
It could have been. Yeah, because it was at the new ballpark. You're right.
Yeah, JT Snow hit that bomb against the Mets.
I was at that game. I was at the JT Snow game.
Dude, he hit it into the arcade. One of Ted Robinson's best calls ever in the history of Ted Robinson's career. Well, it's gone. It's gone.
By the way, write this down. Write the name Ted Robinson down. I'd love to get him on the show and catch up. I haven't seen Ted in a while. And Ted Robinson will surprise you with his he's obviously an accomplished broadcaster. He's done Wimbledon. He's done everything. But he's also a monster music fan. Like, he's hung out with Chrissy Hynde and the Pretenders and stuff. Like,
no way. Cool. Seriously?
Yeah. He's got because John McEnroe, I think, was dating Chrissy Hynde at one point, and what
a duo.
Oh, imagine the fights they must have had. Can you imagine that? She's making the coffee. You incompetent jerk. You know what I mean? You don't want to get into a fight with John McEnroe in your kitchen first thing in the morning. But anyway, they were hanging out at Wimbledon, I guess, and John McEnroe, because Ted told me the story one day at 49er practice. Yeah. He was like, "Hey, Paulie, you like the Pretenders, right?" I go, "Yeah, I love the Pretenders, man." He goes, "I hung out with Chrissy Hynde." I go, "Well, tell me every freaking detail you have." And he said they had called the day at Wimbledon. They went back to the hotel bar, and McEnroe was like, McEnroe was sitting there with Ted Robinson at the bar, and Mac was like, "Hey, do you want to meet Chrissy? Because I'm going out with her tonight." So next thing you know, Chrissy Hynde shows up, and the three of them are hanging out drinking at the bar. What a great night for Ted Robinson. Here we go. I'm still sweating over this Warrior game. We're under a minute left. They're up by 3. Tony, please, dude. I got to pray to a higher power live on the air tonight. Please let the Warriors get this win before this thing really slips away and gets ugly. They're one game under 500 now. I don't want this thing getting away from us.
This would be a very depressing loss if they don't pull this out, man. Because again, ahead by what they were ahead at half 55-32. I mean, and then it's just it was slowly slipping away in the fourth quarter here. So we'll keep you posted on that. I want real quick just to finish the story about my dad. And then in 2010, he said, "I can die a happy man now." You know,
I think a lot of people said that in 2010.
Right. Yeah. And then of course 12 and 14, and it's like so Murph's thing about that we have a lot to be thankful for with the Dubs. So it's hard to complain, but you still want to see Steph winning ball games.
That's correct. See, that's the thing. Try going up to Steph Curry and saying, Steph, you got 4. You should be happy now. Like Steph Curry burns to compete. He burns to win. So he wants another ring. I get what Murph was saying, but at the same time, try telling that to Steph Curry. Hey, and a very early shout out to the comment lines because there's so many of you lining up already. Valve Oil, I saw you getting in first. Marcel, great to see you. Hey, I got a guy over here called Hey Cool It with this question, Tony. Would Ted like the band Hot Tuna? It's a great question. Shout out Yorma Kalkinen. I've seen Hot Tuna many times, and I will find out for you, Hey Cool It. I will find out.
Can I give you Valve Oil's response to that?
Yeah.
Here we go. Valve Oil. Hot tuna is tight. That's the best.
I don't disagree.
No.
And shout out Jack Cassidy on bass too. That guy's a monster. Also Naomi. Totally. Naomi's a constant presence. Cool. Good to see you, Joey C. You're awesome. Dub City. Dude, look at Longbridge Pizza Company. I want to shout out Longbridge Pizza Company. They say they're fans of the Nighttime Particles. I looked up Longbridge Pizza online, Tony, just to get a feel for what they're doing over there. They got a hot sauce over there called Scarlet Fire Hot Sauce after the Grateful Dead.
That's so funny. Yeah. I saw a Garcia bobblehead in the background of one of the pictures. There's a woman on their website holding like a gorgeous looking pizza, and in the back is Jerry's bobblehead.
Time out, since we're doing like interactive live broadcasting now. Stand by, Tony. You mean?
Oh, nice.
You mean this bobblehead right here?
Give it a bobble. One? Give it a shake. Give it a little shake. Yeah.
Fire on the mountain, fire. Yeah, there it is. Anyway, yeah. Oh, by the way,
before we get into there's a lot we want to get into. There's a
oh my God, you have no idea. You don't even know what happened today. I got more than you can handle, buddy.
You got to talk about your day.
My day
talk
sucked.
about the Dubs. We got to talk about a Niners anniversary today. Maybe get some NFL playoffs.
Yes.
New Orleans Jazz Fest lineup was announced today.
Yes, too much going on. I know.
But I also want, if you want to just give, Red Devil Records, remind people about Red Devil Records real quick and about your gig coming up tomorrow night.
Yeah. Let's do that first because that's the fun stuff. So I'm playing a show tomorrow night in Fairfax. If you're up here in the North Bay, I'd love to see you come on out and support us. I'm going to be playing acoustic guitar, going to do a warm-up set for a band called Rattlebox with Mookie Siegel and Barry Celeste. Those guys are going to start playing at 8. I start playing in the 7 o'clock hour. And Tony can't make the gig, so I called my other bass-playing buddy, David Drutz. My buddy Drutzy, you've probably heard his name dropped on KMBR. He's a sales manager at KMBR for a long time. Great guy, great bass player, too. So he'll join me up there. I don't think Creative Tony's going to make the scene, but he'll be there in spirit, and he'll be there next time. So come on out tomorrow night. We're going to have a great time. Oh, and it's at 19 Broadway. Max at 19 Broadway in Fairfax, and I'll be playing in the 7 o'clock hour. That's the fun stuff.
My old band, we used to gig at 19 Broadway, man. That's a great spot. That whole little strip. There's Perry's right next door too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe stop by Gear and Jellies, grab a pie over there too. Gear and Jellies. It's not bad.
Nice.
Creative Tony for the serious stuff now. Those and then we're gonna get into the agenda for tonight. But on a serious note, I mentioned this yesterday, and I'd like to do it again because I think a lot of people are feeling really distraught about the fires in Southern California. In the greater Los Angeles area. And a lot of us, Tony, say, what can I do? I live in the Bay. I don't know how to help. I can send money, but I'd love to do something more tangible. So here's it is. I have an answer for you. My good friend Barry, who runs Red Devil Records here in San Rafael. They're located on 4th Street. They've been there for decades. It's a phenomenal record store. I'm probably putting Barry's kids through college with the amount of money I've spent in his shop buying so many records. But Barry's a great guy. I love hanging out with him. And he and his wife have organized a clothing drive, and they're asking specifically for teenage boys' clothing. Also, they will accept Visa gift cards if you can drop one off. And what's happening is if you can make a donation, please stop by Red Devil Records anytime this week up until Sunday. They're located at 894 4th Street between 11 and 6 p.m. You don't need an appointment. Barry's wife, Tony, is actually going to box all this stuff up herself.
Nice.
And she's going to ship it to Los Angeles next week with the donations and all the clothing. I'm actually putting together a big box. I'm going to donate myself. I'm going to drop off on Friday. So anyway, I just encourage everybody because, Tony, there's a lot of people hurting down there, and they're not kidding when they say that they've lost everything. That means
everything. I've been through a fire when I lived up in Portland, Oregon. I've been through a fire when I lost not everything, but almost everything. And it's a real gutting feeling,
Yeah.
I mean, of course you have so much to be thankful for that you're still alive and, you're not hurt by the fire, but you have all those memories, all those keepsakes, all those memories built up over time. I had a beautiful fish poster that was, you know, worth a lot of money, that I was framed, that long gone. It was a pollock from the gorge, and yeah. And
how did that fire start? What happened?
Somebody fell asleep.
You're laughing.
No, somebody fell asleep on a couch and left a J burning in an ashtray.
I've never heard of such a tale. I've never heard of that happen. I really haven't. I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, and it was like a downstairs roommate. We were upstairs, and they were downstairs.
Well,
and,
can we inject? Can I interject some comedy here? I know it's a sensitive topic.
Please do.
Okay, because we're talking fires. It's getting very stressful. I just want to say, Tony, the way to avoid a fire with a burning J, just simply make the switch over to edibles. That's all you got to do.
Well, I've made that switch.
Dude,
my cardiologist, shout out Dr. Jeffrey Guttis in San Mateo. He flat out recommends edibles. He goes, they chill you out. You know, you don't need to be drinking booze. You don't need to be smoking grass. Just take an edible and chill out. And have a glass of tea. And I'm like, doctor, I love you.
I think I love this guy too. Give me his name and number after the show. Creative Tony here. So how do you feel, first of all, about doing our first nighttime broadcast? How do you feel in the 9 o'clock hour?
Well, dude, I'm a night owl.
Me too. Me too. Yeah.
I am always the last one that goes to sleep in this house every single night.
Same here. Same over here.
I'm so jealous about how quickly my kids and my wife can fall asleep. Where I'm I'm just like, I stare at the ceiling. I put headphones in. I listen to stuff.
Me too.
Like last night, I tried listening to like some chimes on my Calm app, and that didn't work. You know, so I put on the TV.
Don't listen to chimes. You know what I do, Tony? I'm listening to audiobooks now at night. That can be a pretty soothing way to kind of doze off. You got some guy talking to you in your ear.
Didn't you listen to Geezer Butler's?
I did.
Audiobook. Does he narrates it, correct?
He does. He does.
Okay, sweet. That's on my list for sure.
By the way, do I have time for a quick Geezer Butler fire story, since we're talking about fires and Black Sabbath? Just a real quick one from his book. Geezer Butler was a bass player in Black Sabbath. He released his autobiography a few months ago. Great book and great bass player. So they had this thing. They used to pick on the drummer of the band, Bill Ward. And I guess in the early 70s, Tony, they were going through this phase where every time Bill Ward passed out, the guys in Sabbath would put lighter fluid on his pants and basically just light him on fire while he was sleeping. And they did this to it like a dozen times. And then one time it was so bad, he actually had to go to the hospital. He got burned. His legs got burned. So
get out of here.
Yeah. That's a little in-band hazing from Black Sabbath right there. Lighting each other on fire for kicks, Tony, just for fun.
Well, there's Bill. I'll give you a little Bill Ward right there, buddy.
Nice. Yeah, that's my guy.
Bill Ward. Oh, man, I talk about a drummer. Although I'll never forget, man, when we saw Black Sabbath, all original members in 2000, Paul, you remember that? We saw them at
I remember that, of course.
The SAP Center.
Yeah.
Or what I think it was HP at the time.
Yeah.
But they kept showing Bill Ward, who was shirtless. But probably shouldn't have been. Well, and I remember you looked at me and you go, man, I keep seeing Bill Ward on the Jumbotron and things are just flopping everywhere.
Well, his man boobs. Yeah, no, he he was shirtless. It might have been a wise move to maybe put a bra on, some kind of supportive garment, because he was flopping and bouncing, and God bless him for not caring. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Paulie, by the way, I should have a sounder or something. 114, 112, 6 seconds to go.
Please,
6 seconds to go.
Please just let them get out of Minnesota with a win, for Christ's sake. They've been through enough as it is. You know, the Warriors, give these guys a break. And don't forget, the All-Star game is coming to Chase Center for the first time. So
true. Joe, you gonna hang out in Thrive City, Paul?
Yes, I will. I'll be there with a big sign that says "F you, Chuck." No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, by the way, we got some new faces with us giving our night moves or our night shift.
Yeah.
Or night flight. I mean, I see my buddy Bearded Bob. What's up, Bearded Bob?
Yeah, Bob. What's happening, man?
Jake, what about Grapefoot? And we got Logan AF. Logan, what's the AF stand for, buddy?
As blank, as F, I would think. He's Logan as F. Yeah.
Totally. Miguel Salas, what's up? Jeffrey Dunser, what's up? G-Man Music, good to have you back. And I have never been to NAMM. G Music asks, have you been to NAMM? Have you, Paul?
No, nor have I. No.
Well, maybe we'll have to go, Paul.
Hey, speaking of festivals and musical events, did you see Jazz Fest announce their lineup today? I got the email.
I did.
And your favorite of mine, Pearl Jam, is headlining one of the days. But I also saw one of the bands we talked about a couple of days ago. Cheap Trick is playing Jazz Fest, which is really cool for me. I don't know what stage they'll be on, but I like to see Cheap Trick down in New Orleans. That's awesome.
Well, And I hope those of you watching, I hope that you saw Robin Zander do the national anthem of the Buccaneers game over the weekend.
That was
And
killer.
he crushed it. We talked about it the other day. I mean, I'll take guys like Xander doing the national anthem all the time.
Me
Because
too.
again, I want to reiterate, there wasn't you did a great version of what it shouldn't be at the
well, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's overdone a lot these days. It's a little too much.
He was straightforward, and it was beautiful, and it was fantastic. So it was great to see Xander's mug at an NFL game, because I don't know, I feel like they need to broaden the scope of who they ask to do national anthems for those big games, right? I still want Sturgill Simpson. Give me Sturgill Simpson doing an anthem at the game.
Where's he from? What state is he from?
Ooh, good question, man.
Bama? Is he from Bama?
I'm not sure, man. I can check that out real quick, but I'm not sure. But did you see any of the footage of him in Mexico with the Goose Dude and Bobby?
I did. He sounded great. I'm a Sturgill fan too. And again, I like to tell all our listeners this: the first guy who turned me on to Sturgill Simpson was Jake Peavy in 2014, when Murph and I were going down to the clubhouse and stuff after the games, and he was blasting Sturgill Simpson in the clubhouse.
Nice.
And I was like, who is this, man? And he's like, yeah, it's Sturgill Simpson. He was into him. He was like the first guy in the Bay Area probably to be down with Sturgill. And then Murph got into him, and now he's at like a household name. Hey, look at this. The Warriors won a game.
They did.
Wait.
Final?
Sorry. There's 1 second left.
One second left, and they're up by one. Second left, they're up by one. And by the way, while we're waiting for the game, look at Sons of Johnny LeMaster. What's up, Sons of Johnny LeMaster? Great to have you on board, dude. And going to New Orleans for Pearl Jam, Sons of Johnny LeMaster. Can I go with you? Can you take me with you, please?
Well, Sons of Johnny LeMaster. I should also, unless I'm making some kind of faux pas here, I just want to reveal his alter identity. He's also known on the streets, Tony, as Hank from Long Beach, one of the great Murph and Mac listeners of all time. In fact, Hank from Long Beach is one of the most generous dudes of all time.
Yes.
He came up here one time and gifted me a beautiful Rod Beck Gamer, a home jersey, the Rod Beck Gamer, dude. And I cherish it. So thank you, Sons of Johnny Lee. And I'm glad you're going down to New Orleans. That's killer.
I'd also like to thank him also for he actually ran a contest for getting people to try and to subscribe to our show.
Oh,
and
that's right. Yeah.
Really thank you very much, and I appreciate. We've been talking about it, man. We're building this from the ground up, and it's grassroots stuff like that that's going to really help help us make this show survive. And I got to tell you, it's so liberating being able to do this whenever we want and however we want. And it's super fun. Dude, look at this G-Man music, by the way. Look at this. Sorry, I had to pull that up, man. It just popped up. Jake's my boy.
Well, you know what? On that note, and I also got to shout out my nephew, Andrew. I see you over there, Andrew. My nephew, Andrew's in the house, and he helped some art direction. He helped provide some art direction for some of the stuff we're doing, too. So, Andrew, great to see you. He's checking in from the East Coast. In fact, he's in Florida. Say what's up to Robin Zander for me, Andrew. That's my boy. Okay, it's a final. The Warriors won a game. It's a final. It's in the books, man. It's finally in the book.
Man.
While we celebrate the Warrior win, can I just tell you about the effing day that I had? You got to say, okay.
Well, by the way, because you put out a tweet earlier of boiling water on your stove, and you said,
I almost
find out why I'm pissed off about boiling water on my stove.
Believe me, it's the last thing I wanted to be doing today was boiling pots of water, but that's exactly what I was doing in the middle of the day. And here's why. This is here's where you get into the joys of owning a house, right? And I know, some of you out there rent, some of you guys own. I rented in the city for more than 20 years. And then we moved up to San Rafael about 10 years ago. Finally bought a house. Okay, that's great. Now, first of all, the property taxes are burying me alive. That's one thing to complain about. And here comes number two. There's always something to fix. There's always something breaking. So today, I'm minding my own business, right? I'm just trying to get through the day in one piece. Last night, I'm cleaning up after dinner, and I'm noticing in the sink there's no hot water. And I'm going, wow, this is kind of weird. And I should also preface this by saying I'm the least mechanical guy in the world. Like anytime there's like gear that needs to be fixed, something needs to be installed. Let me tell you what I do. I call Tony and I'm like, hey, Tony, can you help me out with this? I got to assemble this thing. And then he'll come up here and help me because I'm like illiterate with tools. I'm a disaster. I don't know what I'm doing. So there's no cold water. I don't even know what that means. But I thought, okay, maybe it'll resolve itself. And right. So tomorrow, so I just go to bed. I ignore it. I wake up today and I realize now we got a problem. There's no freaking hot water. And it's pretty damn cold outside too.
It is cold. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a hot shower just for kicks. So, now I realize I got a problem. I got to go downstairs and I'm like, now I'm looking at our water heater, right? Which is like behind the garage. And I'm looking at this thing like I know what I'm doing. And I'm like, I noticed there's water dripping. So I go, that's probably not a good sign. That's probably not good. So now I'm on the phone and I call this plumbing service. And it turns out they were great. These guys are really, really good. And they came out and I had this guy. By the way, the guy who came out to work at my house today, his name is Rick Martin. Okay, like Ricky Martin. Remember Rick Martin? Living La Vida Loca. His name is Rick Martin, and he's a super cool guy. You know who he looks like, dude?
Inside out.
Doing La Vida Loca. That's what I was doing today. I was doing the La Vida Loca.
Yeah, you were.
I know, it's terrible. So now I got Rick Martin coming over, the repairman, and he's like a spitting image of that actor, Michael Pena. You know that actor, Michael Pena?
Oh, yeah.
He was in American Hustle. He was in the Chips movie with Dax Shepard. Anyway, he was a really cool guy. But to make a long story short, I've had no hot water. He goes downstairs, looks at all the stuff. He's like, oh, yeah, no, you need a new water heater. You need a new hot water heater. I'm like, oh, awesome. What's that going to cost? I won't even say it, but believe me, it's a lot. So now I got no hot water till Friday.
Ooh.
And sure, I'll go. So I had to take a shower today, dude. I was like, what am I going to do? Because I really need to take a shower. So I put 2 pots on the stove, boiled the water. Tony, carried the water into the freaking shower, 1 pot at a time. And then now I'm sticking a washcloth. I'm like essentially giving myself a sponge bath in the shower. It was awful. So
I'm sorry to laugh.
No, you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh.
That's your misfortune, man. But it's too bad you don't have like a GoPro as you're walking up the stairs to go to your shower with.
Nobody needs it. No, nobody wants it. Nobody needs
water.
it. Hey, I want to shout these guys out too. The name of the shop up here is Dan's Plumbing. They're in San Rafael.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so shout out Dan's Plumbing. The guy was really awesome. So Tony, they got to send a whole crew over here Friday, and I should probably say now because I think we're doing a high noon show on Friday.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so Tony, while we're broadcasting Friday, there's going to be a crew of dudes taking out my old water heater and putting one in while we're working. So be prepared for anything on Friday because God only knows what can happen. So I had a hell of a day, dude. I'm sponge bathing myself in the shower. It was rough around the edges, but how you doing? How was your day?
So, dude, this is the perfect way to just kind of, distract yourself from any of that crap and be able to, I think like somebody just said, vent, Paulie, vent.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I got to get it off my chest.
Logan AF says, vent, bro, we're here for you. Check it out. Thank Logan. That rules, dude.
Thank you, Logan. Yeah.
And I got to shout out Naomi. Look at Naomi's text. This is actually like, I got to have an ultimate set of tools. I can fix it.
Oh, hey, you know what, Naomi? Next time, believe me, because I can't fix a damn thing. So I might be in touch. Believe me.
But Paulie, I do want to just, like you said a few minutes ago, Warriors win. I feel like that needs to be celebrated this season. Well, Curry, 31 points, 7 of 12 from behind the arc, man. 10 of 21 from field goal, his field goal percentage. And he only had 4 free throws. Gosh, Wiggins had 12 from the free throw line. But if they would have lost that game, that would have been very, very bad. It would not have been a good thing for their season.
No, you can almost
tough season, man.
It's been a really tough season. And let's be honest, it is really hard to watch Steph Curry trying to like fight his way through this. Not that he's slumping, he's playing good basketball, but to lose this many games for one of the best players of all time and a guy, I think he's going to go down in Bay Area lore as one of the most beloved athletes of all time. I mean, if you had to pick 4 guys, say you had a Mount Rushmore of the most beloved guys of all time in the Bay, I think you put Joe Montana on there. Yep. I personally would put Willie McCovey on there just because he's just a great San Francisco Giant and a true icon of this town. Willie Mays might go up there. But Steph Curry has a spot up there too, which is my point. Like Steph has a spot right alongside those other great winners. And it's been tough.
Good little topic you just came up with because I think Buster Posey or Bumgarner would need to be on that as well, right?
Well, see, now do you go Bumgarner or do you go Tim Lincecum? Because I mean, let's not sleep on
gosh.
Timmy with the 2 Cy Youngs and the 2
let
no-hitters.
Timmy smoke, huh? Let Timmy smoke. Remember the T-shirts going around the ballpark? Let Timmy smoke. Come on.
You'd be surprised at my collection of giant T-shirts, and a lot of them were given to me by listeners of the Murph and Max show, like Hank from Long Beach, Sons of Johnny Lee. I have a shirt. I have the Let Timmy Smoke shirt. I have multiple Bruce Bochy shirts, and I have probably my favorite of all. And I wish I remember who sent this in. I'm sorry, I apologize, I don't. But somebody mailed this shirt into KNBR, Tony, when the Giants were in their first World Series one. It's a picture of Tim Lincecum flying like a plane and dropping bombs out of the Bombay doors or whatever you call them. And the caption on the shirt says, "Timmy's dropping F-bombs again." And and each bomb has the letter F on it. Because remember, he cursed with Amy G and that.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah, Timmy's so I have a lot of those.
By the way, I saw this picture on Twitter or X, excuse me, whatever it's called now, and on Blue Sky as well. I saw it on both. It was like, hey, just a reminder that Lincecum is younger than Justin Verlander. How about that?
What you mean? Like, wow, that is pretty wild.
Isn't that wild? I mean, Timmy, to think about that. And Verlander's, dude, there's a little controversy going on with Verlander right now.
Oh, how do you feel about that?
Well,
no, it's okay. Honestly, seriously, it's a good talking point.
I think that Brandon Crawford, 35, I think he earned, 35. I don't know if he wants to, I don't know if Verlander wants to start his Giants tenure as taking Crawford's number. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a good vibe to go on.
So I know Mike Krukow has been very outspoken about this, saying that Verlander should not wear Crawford's number. Couple things to consider on the flip side of that coin. Richie Aurelia has spoken out about this, because Richie also wore number 35. By the
35,
way, and he was an all-star shortstop as well. But Richie says Verlander should wear the number. He's not just some other guy. He's not some kid they just called up, from the farm system. This is a first ballot Hall of Famer we're talking about. And, and I think Verlander wants that number. I think he's going to have a conversation with Brandon Crawford.
I was going to say they should have a chat. They will have a chat.
And they competed against each other in the World Series in 2012. I mean, they definitely know each other and they respect each other.
Will Verlander call up Chris Brown and ask him when Chris Brown wore 35 for the Giants back in the 80s?
Doubtful. Doubtful. I don't think didn't Chris Spire wear 35 too? Hey, real good Giant fans on the comments line, help me out. I think Chris Spire was 35 too. He's going way, way back. But Tony, I'm actually okay with Verlander wearing that number, but I don't know that it's going to happen. And I know a lot of Giant fans don't want to see that happen. I would just say if it was anybody else, I would have a problem. But this is a Hall of Fame pitcher who would do like a great honor to wear that number. And my gut tells me, knowing Brandon Crawford a little bit, I think Brandon Crawford's probably going to be like, yeah, dude, you can take the number. Go ahead. He's so chill. He's not going to be like, no way, man. That's my number.
No question. And also, Verlander has always worn 35. He would look very bizarre in a different number, to be honest with you.
And that's what I don't like when guys do that. Like, I got to be honest. I didn't like Debo Samuel going from 19 to number 1 this year. I didn't like it.
A lot. I've heard people say it's the curse of the jersey of the number switch for Debo this year.
It should be like, that's your number, man. You don't start, willy-nilly switching numbers like that. But anyway, I didn't like him wearing number 1, and I would be okay with it. But other stuff to consider. It's such a sensitive topic because Crawford is so loved in the Bay. But Tony, he's not going to the Hall of Fame.
No.
Right. So it's not like and his number, I would think, is not going to be retired in San Francisco, right?
No, I mean,
generally reserved for Hall of Fame players.
Correct. And Mark Graves on the comment line says, we all love Craw, but I don't think he is a number retire good.
That's what I'm saying. With all due respect, we love Crawford, man. He's a great Giant and a great guy. But Mike Krukow's, he's adamant about this. He's like, no, that's Crawford's number, Verlander. And I'm surprised because Mike has so much respect for Verlander too. But I guess it's just protecting, the legacy of the Giants is how he feels.
I feel. By the way, I just saw a picture also on social media of Kruk and his wife celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary.
Nice.
And there's a picture of Kuiper was up at their house because the Krukos live up in Reno.
Yeah.
In the off season, I think Kuiper was up there. I can't stress this enough. We are so lucky to have those guys calling Giants baseball, along with Dave Fleming and John Miller. It's just because when you travel elsewhere and you go outside the market, the drop off is steep, dude. The drop off is steep.
It is.
I mean, I'll give New York their love. They have Keith Hernandez is pretty damn good.
Keith is good. He knows the game. Yeah,
yeah, and he can riff. Like the way Kruko can riff, but. We have it so good. And I just wondered, because who knows how much longer they're going to be going. And Fleming is like, name me a sport, maybe like lacrosse Fleming hasn't done.
I don't think I can. And I can't guarantee this, but I would be willing to bet money that right now, while we're doing this show, Fleming's out there. He's probably calling a basketball game somewhere. Yeah. And I'm not kidding. He's like the James Brown of sports broadcasting, the hardest working guy in broadcasting. He's totally. He does. And you're right. He does every sport and he does them all really well. Flem is really, really good.
And he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet ever too. Which is so refreshing. It's so, not to say that everybody that's in the booth is a dick, but like, actually that's not a curse technically, but it's so weird. We have this freedom, right?
Yeah.
We had Rod Brooks on yesterday, and he was saying that he had such a blast because he could speak freely in his words.
Yeah, you say whatever you want, man.
And he let it. By the way, that maybe I can introduce right now. My daughter made a swear jar. She made a swear jar for us, Paulie.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Just bring it a little closer.
Swear jar.
Yeah.
Bombs.
Nice.
And then it has like TNT for the bombs. And
wait, who's that person in the corner?
I think that's her. I think that's her.
Okay, when's she gonna collect the money?
And she already put $1 in it. She put $1 in it. Yeah, because just assuming we would curse tonight, Now,
does this mean I'm supposed to get one of these things too? Is that what?
Yeah, probably. And then we can pick it. Then we can pick a charity to donate it to.
Well, how much cursing do you think we're going to do? We're going to send some $7 in relief somewhere?
I don't know, man. I don't know. The looser this gets, I don't know. And if we have guys like Brooksy coming on, I mean, it was loose yesterday.
I'm not totally opposed to it, and we might fill that thing up sooner than we think. Hey, I want to shout out Alex on the comments line, who confirms Chris Spire did wear 35, which is interesting. A lot of shortstops for the Giants wearing number 35 as you go through the years. Thank you for the confirmation on that, Alex. Hey, Tony, when we were getting ready we made a decision to broadcast live tonight, and we could probably announce the schedule for the rest of the week too. So tomorrow we will do an afternoon show. We'll go on at 2 p.m. tomorrow. And then on Friday, we're going to go right back, Tony. As long as you're cool with this, I want to bring back high noon. I want to make that a regular thing.
Love high noon, and we're at 2 p.m. tomorrow because Paulie's got a gig tomorrow in Fairfax. Anybody in Fairfax or in Marin County, get over to Max at 19 Broadway. What do you go on? You go on like 7:30, 8 o'clock or something?
Yeah, 7:30.
And open it up for I forget the Rattlebox it's called.
Correct.
But Barry Sless is in Rattlebox, and if you've ever seen Barry Sless play, and he's in the Dead community, and he's a monster. Incredible guitarist and one of the nicest human beings, because Paulie and I have played with him, and he's one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet too. Just so kind, and but then he sits down especially when he gets out the lap steel and starts going on the lap steel. It's just it's gorgeous music, and like they say, less is more. Okay, Paulie.
It's funny too about Barry Sless. He's a big baseball fan. I actually went to a Giants game with Barry Sless a couple seasons ago. He loves ball. I've noticed that about musicians. A lot of musicians love baseball.
Yeah,
I think.
What's his name from Rush?
Geddy Lee. Oh, Geddy Lee has one of the most formidable baseball collections from any collector, literally in the world. He has so much stuff that Geddy Lee has made significant contributions to the Negro Baseball Hall of Fame. He's contributed a ton of his personal collection to that. Yeah.
Nice.
And he's got like Shoeless Joe Jackson stuff. Look up his baseball collection online. It'll blow your doors. It's like a mini Cooperstown.
Wow.
And he's a season ticket holder for the Blue Jays games. He's like right behind the plate. Yeah. He put his hair is all tucked up, so he's trying to be in disguise, but he's like 3 rows behind the plate. You can see, and he wears a Jays hat. He's all in.
I mean, I couldn't be a bigger Geddy Lee fan because of what he does on stage, man. I'll never forget when I saw them with you, Paulie, and I'm like, I cannot believe that they are just a trio. The sound that is coming off that stage, the collective sound coming off that stage from those three is outrageous. I mean,
Yeah.
outrageous the output coming, because doesn't he play keys with his feet also?
Yes, he does. Taurus pedals. Yeah,
while,
they're
yeah,
big.
while he's playing bass. I mean, it's outrageous, man.
He's playing bass, he's singing, and he's playing pedals with his feet. It's pretty crazy. But when you're talking about Rush and we're doing this nighttime broadcast, can I just at least give some props to one of my favorite Rush songs, "Fly by Night," since we're doing our night song.
Nice,
in fact, you know what? Give me your best night songs on the comment line as we get into it, because this is a conversation that could go on for hours. But I'll start by submitting. I'll say "Night Flight" by Led Zeppelin. Tony, what do you got?
And you know what's funny is, and we've riffed about this off the air, off mic, Paulie, is the show Night Flight used to be on Friday nights. I don't know if you remember that show, Night Flight.
Of course.
And it was like, it did music videos and it had live performances and it had a DJ, and it was a Night Flight. So consider this like our version of Night Flight, right? And I mean, Spirit in the Night, right? I mean, we get Springsteen.
First one I see, G-Man Music. AC/DC Night Prowler. That's a good one. Hey, for extra bonus points, the trivia question you got to always know about Night Prowler: if you let that song play all the way until the end, Bon Scott, like the music basically fades out, and then Bon Scott comes back on the mic and he drops this. You ready? He drops Shazbot Nanu Nanu. Because Mork and Mindy was like a big show when that record came out.
Dude.
So the last thing on Night Prowler is him dropping Shazbot Nanu Nanu
with the handshake. Remember the handshake? Like the you gotta go say.
Great call. It's not easy to do.
It's not easy.
Is that how they were shaking hands?
Yeah, you go. He would shake hands like this, like that.
You know what? He probably had it all figured out, though. He's sleeping on his head up in the attic. He's flying around in an egg. You know what I mean? It was a pretty good little life he had there. And he had Mindy downstairs or in Boulder, Colorado. Nice little setup he had.
Dude, by the way, the comments are on fire, too. I got to mention Sons of Johnny the Master. He's so right, man. Look at this from Sons of Johnny the Master. Eddie Vedder's a huge baseball fan.
Oh, yeah.
When we saw Sons of Johnny the Master, we saw Pearl Jam at their home shows in Seattle. Paulie and I and Brooksy and our former program director Jeremiah Crow.
JC.
And shout out Pearl Jam Joe, the videographer for Pearl Jam, who literally rolled out the red carpet for us, and he took us onto the side of the stage. And Eddie Vedder had all these baseball helmets on the stage, ready to go. And it was like, dude, I mean, I knew he was a baseball fan. I didn't know he was that big of a baseball fan. You know?
Yeah, in fact, Tony, the last Pearl Jam gig you and I went to, which I think was it last year? I think it was either, I think it was 2023 maybe. In any case, they came through Oakland. They played the arena. And I don't know if you remember this, but he had an Oakland A's helmet on the drum riser at that gig.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And they're not. They're the old helmets without the ear flaps. They're not they're like the Joel Youngblood helmets.
Well, speaking, and listen, while show and tell continues here on Paulie Max Articles and Nighttime, stand by for a Giants helmet with no flaps.
While you're doing that, I got to give some love to the comment line. What's up, Ryan Kaufman? I see you out there. Nighttime, after midnight, JJ Kale, or you said JJ MF Kale.
This is all you need. This is all you need.
Can I ask you to put it on?
I don't think it's going to fit. It's like a kid's helmet. I'll try. I don't think it's
come on, just try. Just try for the audience. Come on. Yeah.
How we doing? I can't. Fantastic. Like Colonel Clink on Hogan's Heroes.
Oh, dude, thank you for trying to put it on, dude.
Yeah. I'm down with the no ear flaps. Mookie Wilson used to go no ear flaps. Stealing bases.
Wilson went. Yes, he did.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
Like a lunatic.
And dude, Tim Flannery, right, coaching third base, had the no ear flap helmet going.
That's another guy we got to get on this show. Make a note. I want Flan on the show. No question.
Oh, dude, that reminds me of the song we did that mentioned Tim Flannery, but we had to say Tim Flan instead of what was the? Oh, that was
I'm too sexy. I'm Yastrzemski for this bat. I'm Yastrzemski. Right. Yeah.
Kipe and Tim Flan.
I was expecting to catch a slap from that. I was really pushing my luck, dropping Crew Kipe and Tim Flan, but they were all pretty cool about it. They rolled with it, you know.
Hey, check this out. Logan AF, All Night Long, Lionel Richie. We got Naomi, Nighttime is the Right Time, Ray Charles. That is a phenomenal song. And then, of course, we got Night Moves, dude. Come on. Night Moves from Murph's record collection. That's fantastic.
That's good. That's good. Oh, look at, I hope I pronounced this correctly. Yasayirin. Is that the right pronunciation?
Yeah, Yassarian. I think I would say maybe Yassarian.
My bad.
Yes, dude. But look at that. Look at that. Come on.
It's a good one. It's a good. That's what they open their shows with a lot of the times these days. Night Train, Guns N' Roses.
And I want to talk about a special Niner anniversary in a second here, Paulie. But I also want to mention when we saw Springsteen earlier this year.
Yeah, great gig
and incredible gig. By the way,
technically it was last year because now we're in 25. That was 24.
Yeah, you're right.
But
you're
I
right.
feel you. Yeah.
And Jed York, like 3 rows in front of us, by the way, which was
how
hilarious.
is he? Can we? I know this is taboo, but I'm just telling you what I saw.
Go.
You want? So here's the thing. Tony and I, I'm okay. I'm just going to tell you what I saw. No hard feelings. We go to Chase Center. We're there. It's the first night of Bruce's 2 shows. First thing I see is Joe Lacob. Joe Lacob's in our freaking section. He's like 10 rows in front of us. He's got dude. He's got this is what Joe Lacob was wearing. I actually have a picture. We should maybe put this up next show. Joe Lacob's wearing a dress shirt like he's going to work with a Bruce Springsteen t-shirt over the dress shirt, tucked into his freaking jeans. Like
it was gangster. Over the dress shirt. Yes.
Like a gangster, like a total gangster, having a good time, dancing with his hands in his pockets, but also in our section, about 2 rows in front of us, maybe 3 seats to the right. I go, Tony, because I was watching this guy like throughout the gig. He was in front of us. I couldn't not see him. And I go, Tony, that bald spot looks familiar, man. And I'm afraid to say what I think I might be looking at here. And then he gave me a look. He turned and I saw the profile, Jed York.
Yeah.
Jed York. And the only way I picked him out was the back of his head. He's got that little, it's like a yarmulke. It's like a skin yarmulke. And I just felt like, well, that's Jed. Jed's over there. He's at the boss show. I mean, that's a good point. A good, good marks for him.
Dude, P, hang on a second. Check this out, dude. I think I might be able to do this. Hang on one sec.
Well, Logan wants to know if Jed York passed the Dutchie. I wish. I would pass it to him. I don't know if he'd accept it, though, Logan. I just being totally honest with you. Yeah.
Oh, man. I got to figure out a way to do that because I just found the Lacob photo. Well, you know what? I'll post it on Twitter. I'll post
Oh, you have that?
Photo.
You have one of
I do.
Nice.
I do. I'll post it on Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So, anyways, I just wanted to say we're talking about songs about night moves, after
night
midnight,
songs.
Coffin said after midnight. Night Shift by the Commodores is one of my favorite just all-time tunes ever. And Springsteen and his MFN 18-piece E Street Band launched into about a 10-minute version of Night Shift that had me. I mean, it was incredible, and the place was going bonkers. They weren't making a lot of noise, but everybody was grooving hard.
Yeah. You were grooving hard. I remember you
big time.
You had your head down, dude. You had your head down like you were at a spin class or something. You did. You were way into Night Shift. I want to throw a couple of other ones I have, Tony, on the list. Am I allowed to talk a little hair metal on?
Of course.
A little 80s hair metal. I got to go. Title track of the great Cinderella album, Night Songs. And I like that record. It's a good record right there.
Dude, wow.
Night Songs.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good track. And I said, Phil Collins, dude. Feel it coming in the air tonight. I can't believe nobody said that.
Actually, Dom Peralta, shout out Dom Peralta on Twitter, a buddy of ours. He said that on Twitter today. He said, I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey,
Paulie, speaking of crowds going really feeling the energy of a stadium, we have to give love to January 15th, 1995.
Oh boy.
Niners, Cowboys, NFC Championship. Yeah. So on this date in 1995, Niners beat the Cowboys. I was at that game. I went there with my dad and my uncle, but I didn't.
We're talking Uncle Paul Tonelli?
Yeah, Uncle Paul Tonelli, Lamont Tonelli, and but my dad and Paul were sitting together, and I just had a loaner ticket, just sitting by myself.
Beautiful.
Sit by myself.
How'd you get that ticket? Where'd you get the seat?
I got it in the lot.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I looked around, found it in the lot, and paid for it, but Eric Davis's touchdown, pick six off of Aikman is the loud. I still to this day, it's the loudest I've ever experienced a crowd at Candlestick Park. I mean, that was the loudest crowd reaction because pick sixes are always like those. They rarely happen. So when they do, people just go bonkers. And then because of the moment, and it was Aikman and it was Cowboys NFC Championship. And then that game, dude, one of the greatest sporting events I've ever been to.
No question.
That anniversary today. And there's a video floating around on social media that you can find. It's like a 5-minute recap I think the guys at KBR put it together, and it's worth your time. Murph texted it to us earlier, and it's just like, wow, man.
Yeah, I've been watching footage all day on XP. A lot of people have been posting stuff. I know it's hard to believe that much time has gone by, but that was the night that I couldn't sleep. We talked about that a couple of days ago, and I got up and I left my girlfriend's house and just drove home at like 3 a.m. because I couldn't get. That's how uptight I was, dude.
You can't hold on. Time out.
Yeah,
you can't just gloss over that. I know you mentioned this the other day.
I did,
but you might want to revisit the fact that you say that again. You did.
Well,
what?
this is my. That's a true story, man. I'm not proud of it, but this is what happened.
That's the best.
And you got to understand, if you weren't there, like the Niners had lost consecutive NFC championships, 92 and 93. Yep. Now we're doing it again for the third time, and it was like, you know what? It was kind of like we feel about the Warriors tonight. It's like, if you guys don't win this game, I don't know what's going to happen. The world may stop revolving around the sun, because, I mean, it was urgent, dude. They had to win that game, and they did. So, but the night before, I was so wound up. I was sleeping over the plan was I was going to spend the night at my girlfriend's house and then drive back to my place the next day to watch that game by myself, because I used to do that. When I lived on the East Coast, I would watch Niner games by myself. I don't want anybody around me talking mess. Because being around a room full of Giant fans on the East Coast in New Jersey is like an impossible task to survive. And they're all running their mouths. I'm the only Niner fan in the entire state. So anyway, I go to her place and we go to bed. We probably watch the movie or something. And then now it's 1 o'clock. Now it's 2 o'clock. Now it's 3 o'clock. I'm flipping, I'm flopping, I'm getting up, I'm drinking water. And then finally I was like,
I gotta go.
I gotta get out of here. I'm sorry. It's nothing personal, but I gotta go. And then I drove, and I remember exactly what I did. I went to a donut shop. I got some donuts, and I got a big thing of coffee, and I went back to my house. I just waited for like pregame to start. I did. I just sat there eating donuts and drinking my coffee, and I was like, as soon as the pregame starts, I'll be fine. And, I don't know if you remember this. There was a pregame scrap.
Yes, there was.
Because a couple of the Cowboys walked onto the Niner side of the field where the Niners were stretching out, and they started like running their mouths. And I think William Floyd had his hands in that. William Floyd like jacked somebody.
And dude, it was number 44 for the Cowboys. I can't remember who that was, but who was getting just tossed around. It wasn't. I mean, because Moose Johnson was the fullback, right? And Emmitt Smith was the running back.
What number was Moose Johnson?
He was not 44. I remember that. He was not 44. Johnson was 40 something.
Might have been 40. Was his number 40? I forget.
No, he wasn't 40. But help us out if people can remember. But I'm trying to see who number 44 was, because I was like, who was that guy? But he was getting pushed around, and it's like,
that's what I'm saying,
thinking, man.
Yeah,
you know,
and like you said, the Eric Davis touchdown and the 21-0 lead, it was dropped on the Cowboys so fast because they had 2 turnovers on a kickoff and then a fumble. This is after the Eric Davis thing, but Dallas did come back. They fought. That game got really close in the second half, a little too close for comfort, but finally the Niners pulled away. And you're right, that was a great game, one of the greatest 49er games ever played. And certainly one of the greatest games of Candlestick Park, you know, the history of that yard. What do you got over there?
No question. Darrell Johnson was number 48.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah.
Yeah, 48. God, they did have a team, man. My goodness. Yeah, I don't see who number 44 was, but I remember watching him being pushed around in the end zone. I'm like, look at this guy. And I forgot about that until I saw the video. By the way, number 40 for the Dallas Cowboys back then,
Bill Bates.
Yes, dude. Bill Bates.
Bill Bates was like their special teams, like savior. You remember that? He was a nut on special teams, captain of their unit, and he was like he made a lot of plays, Bill Bates. You know, you got to give him that. You've made a lot of plays. But you know, it's funny, man, the way like the next year, I don't know if you remember this, Creative Tony. If I set the stage, I bet you'll remember this. Niners win the Super Bowl in 94. They come back in 95. Now, they had a game down in Dallas during the regular season in 95, and Steve Young got hurt, and Gerbach got the start, and the Niners were like 13-point underdogs or 11-point underdogs. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And they went down there and won the game.
Yes.
Gerbach hit Rice on a slant early in the first quarter. Rice is gone, takes it to the
gone.
And it was like it was like an avalanche on top of the Cowboys' heads. And after that, I got to be honest with you, Tony, Dallas Niners today, it's still great to see those two teams on the field, but to me, it doesn't mean the same thing anymore because the Niners have been kicking their ass. Like they've been using the Cowboys. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, man, if Deion Sanders or Robert Saleh, who's now rumored to be talking to the Cowboys, if one of those two takes the head coaching job with the Cowboys, then I think, it's back on. I mean, because I feel like because Dion, dude, you know what Dion, he's gonna cause a ruckus. Or as Rod Brooks, right?
Well
Rod
said.
Brooks,
Well said.
Rod Brooks yesterday said, "Man, I am front and center for that circus."
Yeah.
If the Cowboys hired Dion, but then if you take Robert Saleh, man, who like I don't know, I'm emotionally tied to like Saleh and his Niner roots.
I am too. I like Saleh quite a bit, actually. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think he's head coach material, as we were talking about
Yeah,
yesterday.
I
And
do too.
I think that'd be I think that'd be a good move by the Cowboys.
Well,
But
I do too.
I don't want to see it happen though.
So, Creative Tony, you think Robert Saleh's head coach material? I think Robert Saleh's head coach material. But you know who doesn't? Your buddy Aaron Rodgers. He said, "No, this guy's no good. Got to get him out of here." And by the way, they did so well after they got rid of Saleh, right? The Jets, they really caught fire, man.
Did you watch Enigma? Did you
No,
get?
I'm not watching it. I'm not going to watch that piece of shit. I don't want to watch it. Oh, I just put it in the swear jar. Put it in there. I don't have
swear
it with
jar.
me. I don't have my
hash
wallet.
mark. I'm putting a hash mark. Swear jar.
Why do I got to pay you? I got to pay.
No, I'll put the money in. I'll put the money in. Yeah, you got to pay me, dude.
Suddenly Tony's making money on this. Like, I don't know. Shouldn't I have my own swear jar? Like, you're making money on my curses. That doesn't feel right.
Oh man.
I wanted to shout out Perry real quick. Sorry, Tony, because Perry is talking about what we're talking about. He's talking about fullbacks. Perry Olson says Tom Rathman was the man. And he goes, you guys, if you notice now, there are no more handoffs to fullbacks anymore, just passes to Juszczyk. I hate to bring this up, but they tried the handoff to Juszczyk in Buffalo on the goal line, and he freaking fumbled. Yeah. Now, granted, it was snowing, it was foul weather, and I love Juszczyk. I mean, I really do.
Yeah.
He can catch, he can block, he can run, but that was ugly. The fumble on the goal line, and that game got away from them real quick, like after the Juszczyk fumble, actually.
Dude, fullbacks in general are like kind of a dying breed in football, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I that's why I'm trying to cherish our days with Juszczyk, because who knows how much longer he's going to be around. And then I don't see the Niners finding another fullback after, right?
It's a position that hardly exists in the NFL anymore. There are very, very few fullbacks.
Well, that's why the Roger Craig, Tom Rathman backfield was such an incredible backfield, man.
Oh, with him and Rathman? Yeah.
Dude,
and how about great is it, too, that Rathman and Roger Craig, they both came from the same school. They both played in Nebraska.
Yes.
So you had the whole Cornhusker thing going. Yeah, that was my favorite backfield, too, in Niner history. I mean, I really – and I've loved a lot of running backs. Like, I love Frank Gore.
Garrison Hurst was fun.
Oh, dude, making holes for Garrison. Yeah, that's a whole other conversation. Hey, making holes for Garrison. Hey, Tony, I want to make an announcement here, and I want to say, dude, there's so many good. I get distracted with the comments. Who's the guy just told me? He goes, Paulie has to watch his swearing because he needs to pay the plumber. G-Man Music. Yeah, good call. No, you're right. I gotta write this guy a check that would bring tears to your eyes on Friday. It's gonna suck. I got to pay this guy so much, but I need hot water. Tony, this is one of these things. It's got to be done.
Nice, dude.
I want to make an announcement on the show here, Tony.
Ooh, I like announcements.
Yeah, we're just doing announcements, just some housekeeping. We're going to do a live show tomorrow at 2 p.m. We're going to come back on Friday and broadcast at 12 noon. High noon. Thank you. More special guests coming next week. But for tonight, Tony, I feel like we're getting close to the point where it might be time to unfurl tonight's installment of Tony's Top 3.
Yes, we are getting there, Paulie. We are absolutely getting there.
Okay.
I want to also tell in our high noon show on Friday, we're going to do our hot and sour picks.
Yeah.
And do you want to explain the format for this week's hot and sour picks? Because you mentioned it before we went live.
Yeah, sure. So I figure we only got a couple of games left, really. We got the divisional round, NFC and AFC title games, and then the Super Bowl, right? So there's only 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday. So I thought maybe we could just divide it up by conference. Like you take NFC, I'll take AFC, or the other way around, whatever you want. But what would you rather? You make the choice. What do you want? You want AFC? You want NFC? Who do you like?
I don't care. You call. We can flip. We can do a flip a coin on the air tomorrow.
Nice and diplomatic. I like that.
Yeah, we'll flip a coin, and I'm really excited for the football this weekend, man. That Buffalo Ravens game is going to be a dogfight. That's going to be.
Is that one on Sunday or Saturday with the Buffalo?
That's the last game. That's Sunday night. That's Sunday night. You got on Saturday. You have KC hosting Houston, and I think that spread is up to like 8. I think right now, and then you have what is it? Then you have LA or no, Washington at Detroit, 5 o'clock Saturday. and then LA at Philly at noon on Sunday, and Baltimore at Buffalo at 3:30 on Sunday.
Do you have the Lions spread in front of you right now? The Lions.
No, but I can get it for you
Me
because
too. I can get
that
it too.
was I think 10. I want to say that was 10.
Okay.
And that's a lot of points, man. It's a
It
lot
is.
of points. I just feel like
points.
I don't know if that's let's see what it is now. Oh, it's down to 9.5. So a little bit of money.
Still a lot though.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, the Texans are 8-point dogs. The Rams are 6.5-point dogs. That's a lot of points to give the Rams too.
Those are big playoffs. Tony,
Yeah.
I got a sneaky feeling about this Rams game, dude. I got a sneaky feeling because they're riding so much emotion. Like this happens sometimes, with everything going on down there and the disaster and everybody. I mean, what it does, like if there's any positive that comes from it, I think what it does is it unites everybody and it brings together like a wounded community.
Yeah, no question.
And they kind of focus their attention to that Rams game. At least it's like a 3-hour break from the very difficult circumstances that so many people are dealing with down there. So I think the Rams looked awfully good the other night. They manhandled the Vikings.
Their D-line looked special that night against the Vikings, man. I don't know if it was just the Vikings O-line being bad or the Rams D-line being dominant. Combination of of both, maybe. And then you got Kyron Williams and you got Puka and you have Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
I mean that's and dude, if Stafford has time, he's very dangerous.
Stafford, you know what? I got to give it up. The guy's a really good NFL quarterback, and he has been for a very, very long time. Like I've been hard on Stafford because I've wanted him. Ever since he came to the Rams, I had to kind of turn my back on him. But the guy shows up. He's tough, dude. He's an underrated. His toughness is underrated. And you're right. If you give him a little bit of protection, he's going to find a way. Did you see what? Speaking of that, did you see what Harbaugh kind of said about his Charger team in regards to Herbert?
No.
Yeah, Harbaugh kind of came out and gave an interview and said, like, I think the sentence he said was, we did a disservice to Justin Herbert. We couldn't protect him. We couldn't catch balls for him. Yeah, so he kind of like called out the whole team around Herbert. And I was disappointed. That was an L, dude. I took an L on the hot and sour picks. I thought the Chargers could handle their business, but they were overmatched. You got to be honest. They were overmatched.
Texas came to play that day. That's for sure, man. And by the way, snow showers and 35 degrees in Philly on Sunday. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting.
If
that's going to be interesting, man.
Yeah, the Philly fan. I mean, Philly's a tough place to play, but you can silence that crowd. The Niners did it. The Niners abused them. And once you take Rams,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, once you take the crowd out, you're gonna find that everything becomes a lot easier in Philly. But it can be done. We've seen it.
Which the Niners did do, and if the Rams can somehow take Saquon Barkley, if they can bottle him up and take him out of the mix, or at least or cut his yardage in half or something. Yeah, I mean, but what's crazy is Saquon is so good after the like he doesn't get brought down in one tackle. He usually breaks his first tackle.
Could you imagine being a football fan in the New York area this year? You got Giants games, you got Jets games. It must have been like the most miserable existence of all time because you're talking. I mean, they lose Saquon Barkley. The Giants let him get away, and now he's breaking records left and right with the Philadelphia Eagles. I like Saquon. I really do. I like that guy a lot. He's a hell of a talent. I'm glad he had that monster year down there.
Dude, look at this. Look at G-Man music real quick.
Oh, okay. You know what? I was considering whether or not I should announce. Here's what we're gonna do, Tony. I made a decision today while I was dealing with this hot water heater and everything's so frustrating. I was flipping through Twitter at one point. I think it was after I put that tweet out where I was boiling water so I could take a shower.
Yeah.
And I started flipping around and I saw somebody, I could go back and find the guy's name, but somebody made a comment today for whatever reason. It caught me at the right time in the right way. And it was just one guy going, "Hey, dude, when are you going to bring the soundboard back?"
Oh, yes.
No, it did. It stopped me in my tracks. And I was like, you know what? We're going to make that happen. So I've made a decision, Tony. We're going to find a way. Now, it's all new technology. You got to keep that in mind. Be patient with this because we're no longer broadcasting in a fully stocked, professional studio. We're kind of putting things together ourselves. But I make a promise and a vow to the Polymac Particle audience. I'm hoping by the end of this month or early February, we will have the soundboard back in its proper place, Tony, so we can reintroduce a lot of sound to the show. It's coming.
And on that note, Paulie, I have a folder just on a in an external hard drive with all, like, most of the sound bites you used over the course of your time with Murph. So
this,
it's just sitting there ready
waiting
to
to
go.
come back. Yeah, it's waiting to come back to life. Yeah,
unleashed. So we will get the soundboard going, because once that happens, I mean, look out.
It's going to bring a lot of life to the show. All right, well, good. It's coming. And yes, that's my vow to you guys. And I know we need it. I feel kind of naked without it. I got to be honest. Like, instinctively want to reach to hit sound, but it ain't there. But it's coming. It's coming. We just have to find the right technology. We do. We got to find the right thing that's compatible with the setup that we have. But we will get it done, and we will get that happening as soon as possible. So, Creative Tony, I don't want to keep everybody up too late past their bedtimes, and that does include me. I got to sleep, and I got to get ready to save money to pay my plumber on Friday. So in the meantime, I think a good way to take everybody home and tuck them in the bed tonight would be to unleash Tony's top 3, a nighttime version. I'm kind of curious to see where you're going to take us tonight, buddy.
Tony's top 3. Tony's top 3.
Give me another one.
You want
Tony's top 3.
I'll tell you why I need it 3 times. 1, because it's 3 topics, and we might as well play it 3 times, 1 for each topic. And then number 2, it's the only production we have. And I know it's about as bare bones as it gets. But
are we feeding the ducks? Are we feeding the ducks? Okay.
Definitely feeding the blanking ducks. I almost cursed right there. We're definitely feeding the ducks, man. No question.
By the way, and I think the listeners and viewers need to realize we say feed the ducks because in the production library here on our software, it's this music bed is called Feeding the Ducks. I have no idea why.
Well, listen, I feel like I better have a conversation that everybody's waiting to have happen, and I think it's going to be uncomfortable, but we're going to go there.
Go.
Creative Tony, you do know what feed the geese means, right? Do you wear that slang on the streets when they say feed the geese? Are you familiar with it? Okay. Now I got to teach everybody at the same time. It's about as taboo as it gets now. It's about as taboo as it gets. But I'm going there because I don't want people who know what feed the geese means to think that we're oblivious, and we did that intentionally to, like, feed the ducks is like another version of feeding the geese. How can I say this delicately, even though we have freedom of speech right here on Polymax Particles? I'll say this, Tony. When a guy when a man enjoys a few minutes alone, maybe there's nobody home, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And look at there's the Victoria's Secret catalog. Wow, look at that. So suddenly now you're, another way of saying it is sometimes you got to hand it to yourself. You know what I mean? You got to hand it to yourself. So anyway, they were saying another way of saying you got to hand it to yourself is feed the geese.
Okay.
So, and I pulled that specifically from Matthew McConaughey at the beginning of Wolf of Wall Street, when he's talking to Leo DiCaprio. He goes, how many times you blank off every day? And DiCaprio's like,
that's right.
He's like, what do you mean? He goes, you know what I mean? I'm talking about feeding the geese. How many times every day? And I go, wow, that's a good little phrase there, feeding the geese. So anyway, with all that preamble in the books now, we've addressed the topic. We've addressed the name of the song. But between you and me, Tony, I like this track. It's kind of groovy. It's kind of smoky. There is like a vague romantic kind of vibe going on here. I always consider maybe getting close to Tony when I hear this thing, but I can't do that because we're in different locations. But I might. If we were in the same room, I might. Anyway, Tony, let's get into it. We're feeding the ducks. We're doing a nighttime broadcast.
Here, what do you got real quick? Can you just bear with me real quick? I gotta do that just for a second. There it is.
Thank you. See? By the way, look at DiCaprio on the right, dude. Look at him over there.
It's amazing.
You want to know?
Amazing.
I can't believe you found that with the closed caption. That's incredible.
Isn't that great?
Oh, we're feeding the geese. We're feeding the ducks. We're doing whatever we need to do on Polymax Particles. We're breaking new ground here, kids. So,
totally, man. Self-gratification.
That picture of DiCaprio laughing, it's tremendous. All right, man, what do you got for me, Tone? What's happening?
For those new to the show, first of all, thank you so much for your support. And for those that are back again, also thank you so much for your support. We love you. We love having you. There is no show without viewers and listeners. And, I remember back in my KBR days, people would say, oh, I listen. And I would always say, without you, I don't have a gig. I don't have a job. So thank you all very, very much. And it's so much fun. All of your comments are phenomenal, and please just keep them coming, really. And I also, Dub City, real quick, I gotta find that comment way back when, earlier in the show. I want to give love to Dub City. he said he has old footage of us from our Hey, here it is. Look at this, P.
Where?
Would you guys be interested if I uploaded some old audio I found that I recorded off the radio of you guys from the Ticket 1050 days in '98?
Sure, man. Well, why don't you send it to Tony first, because he might be able to spruce the sound up a little bit. But yeah, for sure, Dub City. Check with us again tomorrow on this, but that'd be really cool. And I got to be honest with you, Tony, I still have some cassettes from the shows we did, because back then you could record every show. They had a tape deck in the studio, and that was the technology. Like if you wanted to tape the show, you throw a tape in and you tape it. So I still do have some cassettes of our old shows as well. I think I have the Dave Chappelle interview. I have the do you remember when we interviewed Neil Sean from Journey on the phone?
Oh yeah,
and he was talking about being a kid in Santana and everything. It was really a good interview, I thought. I have that one too. So yeah, Dub City, that's incredible, dude. I love that you used to tape the show. That's killer.
He's another person we should get on the show, buddy, is Neil Sean.
Yeah. He's not too far from here, from what I understand. I think he's more or less a neighbor of mine.
I think he's in Marin, and also Brad Gillis of Night Ranger, because we were talking about bands or songs about night and Night Ranger. You can't do a night show without talking about Night Ranger.
I'll defend Night Ranger. You Can Still Rock in America. That's one. And then number two, more trivia for you. I've always got it at the tip of my tongue. The video, Sister Christian, I believe they filmed that at San Rafael High School.
No way.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, Paulie, You Can Still Rock in America.
That's one of my favorite tracks from Night Ranger. I love that track.
I love that tune. And also the Sister Christian scene in Boogie Boogie Nights.
The guy with the robe. Yeah.
The robe.
No, he comes out with the pipe. He goes, "You guys want to play baseball?" He's out of his mind, dude. Out of his mind. John C. Reilly sitting over there. How about the other guys in the back throwing firecrackers around, wearing shorts? It's nuts. It
is nuts. Go back and first of all, just go back and watch the whole movie Boogie Nights if you haven't seen it, or
start to finish.
If you haven't seen it yet at all, shame on you. And homework assignment for the weekend: watch Boogie Nights.
I think Tony's right. My only regret, Tony, when you assign that to the audience, you say you guys go home, watch Boogie Nights. My only regret is that they don't get to see it in the theater. Because do you remember when that movie was released and it came out? They were showing it at the Kabuki in the city, right? In the Japantown. And I went to the movie and saw Boogie Nights in the theater. Dude, they had a disco ball inside the theater. So every time they had one of those scenes at the nightclub where they're all like disco dancing and everything, they would turn the freaking disco ball on in the theater. It was it was so much fun back then, dude, going to see movies, because people really got into it and they would do stuff like that. Great memory, the disco ball.
God, with the roller girl. Give me roller girl, right? I mean, come on.
You know what? We'll double date. You take roller girl. I want Julianne Moore. I'll go with her. I forget her character's name, but I'm always been a fan. Yeah.
And of course, Burt Reynolds was incredible.
And the Colonel, even though they jailed him at the end. I mean, the Colonel, he had a good run.
Yeah, John C. Reilly. And by the way, Paulie, and we used to talk, speaking of soundboards, we used to have all those clips of Mark Wahlberg and John C. Reilly in the studio doing their, because they thought they were real serious musicians. And in the movie, it's just
feel my heat. Yeah, feel my heat. John C. Reilly playing the flying V, by the way. It's ridiculous. Can't even play. He's got a flying V. You know what I mean?
By the way, John C. Reilly is amazing in that Lakers winning time show too, by the way. Yeah. What you got? We still have to do the top three.
Yossarian checking in again. Yossarian. I saw Boogie Nights at the drive-in. His schlong was 10 stories high. And, I can't dispute that. We all saw the end of the movie. He unfurls that thing. It's like, wow. Whoa. It was, from what I understand, Tony, it was prosthetic. It was like I'm not kidding. It was prosthetic.
Oh, man. But the scene of them recording that music is gold. It's absolutely. And what's crazy is that I know that Mark Wahlberg's a good musician. I don't know about John C. Reilly. I think John C. Reilly is also. They're both good musicians, but in the movie they're acting, and they do a great job pulling off that they're not good musicians, but think they are.
That's a good call. Yeah.
I got to say what's up to senior softball games. What's up? Welcome back, senior softball games.
He's been great. He's been great.
I almost wore my Dad Bombs softball jersey tonight. Maybe I'll wear that one of the our next night shift, our next night moves, night flight.
You got to be careful about what you wear now, Tony, because everybody's watching. They're studying your attire, and they're being like, "Hey, what's that T-shirt?" I know it's funny. I know you got to be careful about everything we do and we say and we wear, but it's a new world, man, and we're happy to be here. So give me Give
Tony's top three, dude.
Top three.
Yeah. So here we go. As we're feeding the ducks. So top three, by the way, if you're new to the show, 3 questions for Paulie. First 2 are about sports. Third one is non-sports related. First one, since we're doing our night flight, right? We're doing our night shift. Your favorite nighttime Niner game is?
You know what? I got an answer already. I got one for you.
Do you seriously? Because I have one too, but go ahead.
All right. It's actually one of my favorite 49er games of all time. Happens to be a night game. It was a Monday night game in 1990. It's a regular season game. This was I remember all the details.
Wow, 90. Nice call. 90. That's awesome.
The 10-1 49ers played the 10-1 New York Giants on a Monday night game at Candlestick. It was week 12 of that NFL season. That's the year the Niners lost to the Giants in the NFC Championship. But that Monday night game, it was either late November or early December. And I believe, Tony, still to this day in 2025, that's the highest rated Monday night football game of all time.
Are you serious?
Yes, you can look that up. It was the biggest viewing audience for any Monday night game, and it still stands to this day. And it was one of the it was one of the hardest hitting games I've ever seen. I remember the final score was 7-3. Phil Simms and Ronnie Lott almost came to blows on the field.
Yeah,
and
remember that. I'll never forget that.
At the end of the game, yeah.
Dude, speaking of Phil Simms, at some point on the show, we got to play Phil Simms's birthday greeting to you.
Okay. I mean, hey man, how you doing? I know that's ridiculous.
Hey Paulie, how you doing? Phil Simms here,
talking to me like I'm his boy. I was like, bro, if you only knew how much I can't stand you. But that's it, Tony. I'm going to say that 1990 Monday Night Football, Week 12, Niners 7, Giants 3. Hell of a game.
Fantastic. I'm not going to expand on it, but mine. I saw a comment on it, and Logan AF, Pick at the Stick is my favorite night game ever. At my favorite Niner game ever at night.
The last game ever played at Candlestick.
We shut down the stadium club. Murph and I, my Uncle Paul, that was a phenomenal night. The vibes in the parking lot, tailgating, the whole game. The Niners won 34-24. Navarro Bowman's pick, just a monumental moment.
And that was their Super Bowl season, I think, when they played the Ravens, right? That was the same season, I believe.
That was
final game at Candlestick. Wasn't that the year they went down and played? They played the Ravens in the Superdome.
What is it? The Ravens? That was 2012, wasn't it?
Oh, it was 12. You're right. My bad. That's right. That was a year after. Yeah.
That was the beginning of we go to Super Bowls and lose them.
Oh, I hate that trend. Yeah.
Well, that trend's got to stop. It's got to stop.
It does. It does. For the sake of my kids, all they know is losses now. It's terrible.
Same.
Yeah.
So now, second question on the same kind of tip. Favorite nighttime Giants game?
Okay, let me think. Oh, okay, baseball. I got a good one. There's so many, right?
I mean, it doesn't have to be at the Stick either. It could be at 24 Willie Mays Plaza.
By the way, while I'm telling you about my favorite Giants night game of all time, I want all the commenters to watch Tony dancing in his chair because I've been busting you breaking off moves. Favorite Giants night game? I'm going to say NLCS game. I think it was game 7. It was game 7 against the Cardinals in the pouring rain.
Yeah.
It was
the Ishikawa game? No,
Ishikawa was in 14. That was
to
go to the NLCS. But this was in 2012 in the pouring rain. The night Scudero did the Jesus pose and everything. And I was there with my kid Tommy. And I remember we were sitting kind of like down the left field line in the upper deck. We didn't have great seats, but we were having a time of our lives. It didn't matter. And all night long, everybody was like, they were checking their phones. Okay, the rain, it's 20 minutes away. Okay, the rain is 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
Because we all knew there was a huge storm coming in. And it started to move in, I think, around the 8th inning. And by the time that last out was recorded and Sergio was on the mound, Tony, I remember sitting in my seats. There were puddles. There were pools forming on the infield dirt. It was raining so hard. But just a great memory. Guys high-fiving, strangers hugging each other. It was just one of those magical nights. And my kid was little at that point. He was like 7 years old. So a really, really nice memory for me and my kid Tommy. How about you? What's your Giants night, your favorite?
The Ishikawa game. I mean, it's the Ishikawa
Oh, we were kind of together at that game.
We worked together.
Yeah.
Dude, nice Longbridge pizza, by the way. Scoots. I love it, dude. That is great. Nice. That's
Totally.
awesome. Longbridge
pizza. Yeah.
And what did I see? Darren Reyes has a good, Kane's perfect game. Darren, our commenter, Darren Reyes. Thanks, bud.
Do you want to hear a crazy story about Kane's perfect? It's only going to take 10 seconds. One of the worst missteps of my life. I'm at KNBR, whatever, doing our show, doing the day, and then somehow somebody gave me a pair of tickets to that game. I had tickets to go see the Matt Kane perfect game, but Murph and I had to go broadcast at a golf tournament the next day, and we had to get up like super early, and who knew he was going to throw a perfect game? So I gave the tickets to my buddy Brian Connors, BC, shout out BC.
Oh, BC.
So because of my bad decision, he capitalized on my misfortune. He got to go see Matt Kane's perfect game, courtesy of yours truly, free tickets, free everything. And I really regret that, dude. I had tickets to the game and I didn't go. I know it sucks.
Oh man. Well, dude, hey, you spread the love, you spread the joy.
I did.
BC. And if there's anybody deserving of seeing a perfect game, it's your buddy BC.
Well, we do that for each other because BC, this very same guy, he right now is getting a Sphere ticket set up for us for the last run of shows in April. Tony, I'll talk to you about that off the air, but we're going back to the Sphere. No, it's happening. And by the way, you guys are all coming with me. So if I travel, everyone's traveling. In fact, at the end of this month, I'm going down to Miami for a few days. That means all of you particle heads are coming with me. I'm going to broadcast. I might film a lot of shorts and stuff while I'm down there too.
Dude, you have to.
Go to that. Remember the store we went to, Tony, called Bacon Bitch?
Yes,
down in
Bacon Bitch. I have pictures of that, man.
Tell everybody about Bacon Bitch real quick. It was a real place.
That's when we were just walking down around South Beach the week of the Super Bowl, and we see this sign that literally says Bacon Bitch, and it's all women running a bacon joint, and it's nothing but bacon on the menu. Bacon sandwiches, bacon scrambles, bacon burritos. I mean, it was a feast, man. It was a feast. And Murph was with us, my Uncle Paul was with us. It was amazing.
But it's great because all the women at this place are all super sassy. You know what I mean? They got the attitude going, and they call you bitch when you're placing your order. Anything else for you, bitch? Do you want?
Well, you walk in there they're like, "What's up, bitch?" It's like, "What?" And they're like, no, you're a bitch in here.
They'll look over at you, be like, "Hey, bitch, your order's ready." I was like, "What? Me? Am I my bitch?" Yeah. So,
by the way, that's $10 into the swear jar, buddy.
Oh, come on, bitches! I'm not going to accept this. This is getting abusive. This is getting crazy. Tony's got this money-making scheme set up now. It's getting crazy. All right, so
okay, so then the final. I was just saying that the Ishikawa game was amazing, and shout out. I wish I could remember her name. The woman who was the usher in the section.
Yeah.
I forget. She was
lovely.
Year.
Yeah, she was lovely. I know.
But for everybody watching, her name. God. Anyways, Paulie, Murph, and I all had our media credentials, but not every game did we have seats. And so this woman let us hang out in her section every game that we didn't have seats.
I think it was club level. I think we're in the club level.
Yeah, club level.
Yeah.
And then we ended up basically celebrating the title with her. I mean, like every home game with her. It was amazing. Yeah. Anyways, it was that. Talk about particles in the air.
Oh,
like that was all about the particles. I
mean, that whole concept, honest to God, like the whole idea of particles, like when we gave birth to that, it was during the 2010 postseason run. That's when it started. Like I remember saying, like, I can feel it, dude. I feel the particles are starting to gather. There's a lot of good energy at the yard and stuff, and that's when it all started. Yeah, very connected to the Giants. The whole.
By the way, speaking of particles, before we get to questions, I have Detroit Lions particles in my house now, just so you know, from my son. So I feel like it might be the Lions' year. He just can I show you this, Paulie, real quick?
Yeah, I don't know what you got over there, but yeah, bring it on.
My son drew this today, yesterday, and I said I have to. We have now Lions. We're on the Lions bandwagon officially, and the particles are in the air for the Lions.
Yeah.
He drew.
Oh, wait.
That is Eminem wearing a Jahmyr Gibbs jersey.
I got to tell you the truth. That's not half bad. It actually kind of looks like Eminem. That's not bad. I like how he has the arrow pointing at him. It's this guy right here.
Yeah. So we have Lions. Yeah. So my son Dom. There you go. So we got Lions vibes in the house.
I have a request, and you don't have to do this right now, but if possible, see if you can get that picture of Eminem in the Lions jersey on your wall behind you. I'd like to look at that during the show. I really. It's actually not a bad drawing.
No, I know. That's what I said. I was like, oh my God, I love this, and I love that he's wearing a Jahmyr Gibbs jersey, who's going off, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, he has had a hell of a season, dude. Anyways, final question of Tony's top three
Okay,
here on
okay.
Polymac Particles Night Flight.
Here we go.
What is your, so based on the song Night Moves, right? Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Night Moves.
Night Moves. I love Night Moves.
Me too.
Could have used a few pounds.
One of my regrets. You talked about regrets about the Kane game.
Yeah.
Ralph Barbieri, rest his soul, Ralph Barbieri. He offered me front row tickets to go with him to go see Bob Seger. He wanted to take me to go see Bob Seger.
Dude,
Front
you're
row
all
tickets.
over that.
I couldn't go. And I was like, first of all, I just
That's
wanted to
too
go. Can you imagine me and Ralph hanging out at Shoreline together?
Imagine Ralph during like old time rock and roll, like pumping his fist. I would love to see that. Yeah.
Yes, man.
Like in old time rock and roll, singing in the Ralph voice. You know what I mean? Like this in the night moves. Time to make the, you know what I mean? In the Ralph voice, singing the song.
Yes,
amazing.
Ralph.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Against the wind. Yeah. I like Against the Wind. That's a great track.
Oh, it's a great song. Great song. So
by the way, cue the ducks. By the way, the music popped out. I want to keep it going. Yeah.
Oh no, it's still going. It's on loop.
Okay,
it's on a loop.
It's on a loop. Good. Keep that loop moving. Yeah.
Okay. So the final thing is, what is your go-to night move? And it could be anything. Like, I don't know. I'm a big cereal at night guy.
I kind of am too. Tell me about that
really?
first, and I'll cook one up for you. But go ahead. Yeah.
And if there's ever been one of the side blessings, obviously, of having kids, but like one of the side blessings that I didn't see coming when I had kids is the reintroduction of Life cereal into my life.
I ate Life cereal for breakfast today, my man.
Yes.
Today.
Nice.
Although I am partial to cinnamon. I'm a cinnamon Life guy, and I get blueberries, and I put the blueberries right on top of the cinnamon Life, and I just take my time and enjoy that. And you want to know why, Tony? I'll tell you why. Because close to 20 years, 18 years working with Murph in the morning, not one of the days I worked with Murph did I ever have a proper breakfast.
Yeah, right.
Because there's no time.
Yeah,
there's no time to lose. Like
the
coffee's been made, pour it in the mug, get in the car, go. Boom, it's on. And there's no time. I didn't want to take the extra 10 minutes to eat breakfast because that's the time I could be sleeping. So now that I'm not doing that crazy schedule, dude, I have a nice leisurely breakfast, and I'm a big Cinnamon Life head too. So welcome to the family.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So give me your night move. And it doesn't have to be food. It could be something. Yeah.
Well, this is kind of weird, and I don't do this all the time.
I like weird. Keep Pauly weird.
I
like weird.
Hashtag Pauly weird. I don't do this all the time, but I do it when I have an opportunity, and I generally do this if there's nobody home. Gotta have it. It's better if there's an empty house, and I'm not talking about feeding the geese, by the way. I'm really not. Going back to that for a second. I'm talking about. No, I'm not. I'm talking about. I know. I'm just telling you what he said.
No, I got you.
What I like to do, this might strike some of you as a little weird because I don't really talk about this too much on the show, but I like to drop a jazz record on the turntable, like super late at night. And I got stuff like I'm not a jazz expert, but I'm into Miles Davis. I'm into John Coltrane. I got some Sonny Rollins albums that are really good. But anyway, there's something about jazz, like at 1 o'clock in the morning, kind of at a good volume. It just works for me, man. I don't know. It just works. So
any Wes Montgomery, man? What about Wes Montgomery? You get any Wes Montgomery in the
I don't have any Wes Montgomery. Should I?
Yes, you should. Yeah.
By the way, thanks for that Neil Francis album. I really like that. A lot of good jamming on there.
Have you listened to it?
I have. Yeah.
How good is it? Yeah. People see, we need to do this more too. So back on Pauly's podcast, we did a musical assignment. But we only did the podcast once a week, so we just did an assignment once a week. So we got to figure out which week we do the musical, or which day of the week we do the musical assignment, and maybe it's our Wednesday night flights. I don't know.
That's a good Wednesday night flights. I like that. And by the way, we also have Pauly's Particle Pick of the Week now. So we'll do that on Friday, which is similar, but that's not specific to music. So I hear you, and I'd like to bring back the musical assignment. We had some fun with that.
Hey, Pauly, look at Longbridge Pizza real quick. Love Supreme.
Right?
I love Supreme. I mean, that is some of the greatest music ever recorded.
There's a great Coltrane. All the Coltrane records I own, by the way, I buy at Red Devil Records from Barry, because Barry's like a jazz buff. He can tell you anything. And I got Blue Train by John Coltrane on wax very recently, and then I got a Miles Davis, John Coltrane combo record from the Village Gate in New York City. There's so much great stuff. But anyway, that's my sneaky nighttime maneuver. I like the jazz on the turntable, but
Nice.
I got to be alone, and but it's got to be like after 1 o'clock in the morning. It just sounds different. It's hard to explain. You got to do it to experience it.
No, I one of the reasons I love having records, like just this morning, I pulled out Pearl Jam's No Code and listened to the whole album and read the whole album, and it was like kind of like a zen hour for me, just listening. Present tense, by the way, the song Present Tense by Pearl Jam. Just stop it with the genius of Eddie Vedder and Pearl Jam. Anyways, just check out the song Present Tense. And I was also going to say, since you were talking jazz, Paulie, do you have? I'm going to get you some McCoy Tyner.
I don't have any McCoy Tyner, but I know who he is. I don't have any of his stuff, though.
Okay. I used to see him. He used to gig at Yoshi's in Oakland, and I used to see him when he came around all the time.
Nice.
Incredible, man. Incredible. Yeah. So that's your night move. I love it. My night move is life cereal. Your night move is jazz. I love it.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? Since we're staying up late tonight might be one of those nights, man. And I got a lot of Miles Davis. I could go Milestones. I could go, I like Water Babies. There's so many good ones. I mean, any Miles Davis record you're doing okay with, because the guy just simply didn't make any bad music. Creative Tony, listen, we're up way past our bedtime. we're 25 minutes into bonus minutes now, so we're really serving up the goods. Night Flight seems to work. I just wanted to try this out, see if it was cool with the audience, see if it was cool with you and me, but the vibes are good, dude. The nighttime vibes are strong. We might have to do this again.
I totally agree. I'm just playing our music to say goodnight to everybody, which is produced by DJ Rob B. Down in what is he? Where is he? He's down in
Indio near
that's right,
Coachella.
Indio.
Yeah. Creative Tony, one question on the way out the door. I've been looking at you all night, and I've had this in the back of my head. I got to be honest. I got to blurt stuff out. I'm going to ask a question. I want an honest answer. You ready? I want an honest answer. Don't mess with me on this. Did you?
You want answers?
Yeah. I want the truth, Tony. Here's my question to you, and I want honesty here. Did you have a couple puffs before the show? I'm just asking. No, I'm not judging anybody.
No,
not judging.
Honest to God.
I saw you dancing in your chair. You know, you were dancing before. There was a couple of telltale signs. You know what I mean? You got that little grin going. I've seen you like this before. I'm just wondering.
Paulie, I'm no. The answer to your question is no. Unfortunately, not. But I will probably as soon as we.
I probably will too.
But also, I'm just a night owl, man. I love the night. You know, I'm just a creature of the night. I love and I love songs about the night. Like we were talking about that earlier, like Springsteen's Spirit in the Night, man. Come on, let's go.
One more, Tony, on the way out. This song, Bruce Springsteen opened our show with the Chase Center, Something in the Night. Great track.
Yes.
Great track off Darkness on the Edge of Town. Go find that one on Spotify. All right, Tony, listen, I love you. I love all of our listeners and viewers.
Yes.
Darren Reyes with the new name. It's Paulie After Dark. I dig that. That's exactly what this is. Nighttime Particles, our first ever night flight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It really means a lot to us. And Creative Tony, I'll see you bright and, well, not too early. I think we'll go on at 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock. Nice and leisurely. I can have a nice long cinnamon life breakfast again. Get the wheels on this thing and get some rest, kid. I'll see you tomorrow right here on Particles.
And also just a couple of real quick business, just to handle some business real quick. The audio versions of these shows are on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts and Spotify and iHeart. Also, and like Paulie mentioned earlier in the show at the beginning, Red Devil Records, 4th Street in San Rafael, is collecting clothing and wares for people down in Los Angeles. They're going to drive all that stuff down, I believe, next week or this weekend.
Correct.
Right, Paul?
You can drop anytime between now and Sunday. Yes, at Red Devil. Yep.
And if you can't get to Red Devil Records in San Rafael on 4th Street, do a little homework and find somewhere near you that is collecting stuff.
Most fire stations, most firehouses in any given neighborhood, they will accept donations too. And those guys obviously are going to find a way to get that stuff down there. So
exactly.
Tony's right.
This is where we all just gotta, we gotta lean into each other and help each other out. And because nobody wants to be in those shoes ever. That I can't imagine what those people are going through. So. Any extra clothes that you don't use anymore, or go out and buy some stuff and donate, and then also go check out Paulie tomorrow night if you're in Marin in Fairfax.
Yeah,
Where's
I'll be
at Max 19 Broadway, right?
Correct. And I'll be on at 7:30, warming up for the Barry Sless band. Well, Rattlebox, but Barry's in the band, and I'm a big fan of Barry. So yeah, come on out tomorrow night. We're gonna have a great time. But I'll talk to everybody at 2:00 tomorrow before the gig. So Tony, thanks so much, man. I had a lot of fun. You guys all behave yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow right here on Paulie Max Particles. Peace, y'all.
Peace.